Oh wow. Okay, so maybe I'm a little bit manic after all of this. It's been a big day. I've had to do, busy works. I'm a statistician by trade, and I had to work out some complicated thing, and nobody else knew I did it. Oh, it's so sad. Played the world's smallest violin. Yeah. On top of that, I've been just trying to get this opal behemoth to work. There's been so much stuff that I need to do to get this thing working. I'll swap this thing over, see if we can actually have a look at what's going on here. All right, so we've got a lot of business happening here. Let's go over to the side. You might see, I'll point out the features, don't you worry. There's a guy by the name of Jorg, who's a German who makes crossbows. I'm pretty certain there's somebody whose last words they ever heard was, "Let me show you these features." Ho, ho, ho. Anyway, let me show you the features. Ho, ho, ho. This is the return chute. Now, hopefully, I have had so much trouble with return chutes. This hole has been the bane of my life. There's a drill that has to stay. The Dremel, that's the lifeblood of the machine. And opals just continually fling down there. So I have just put as much as I can, a big sloped return chute. Hopefully the opal will now go down there. If I cut an opal, we're going to find that out very soon. What else has happened? Okay, so over here, this screw is ridiculously important to the well-being of me, because that is a guide. You can actually move the water. It's like a ratchet. So you can move the water up and down right over the Dremel tip. So that's that. I've also got a massive machine. We'll probably deal with the other massive machine later. Just suffice to say, most of it's enclosed. I still need to seal some holes, but at the moment I'm mostly concerned with the opal return chute, whether that works correctly, whether the water is getting delivered correctly, and whether I can adequately get airflow to happen. If all of that happens simultaneously, then we will be golden. And I just have a suspicion that's belemnite that has just fallen on the floor. Let's have a look at it. No, I don't think it is. I think I've just been, I don't know what that is. It's a piece of oxidized kaolinite from the looks of things. Isn't that fascinating? But that's what everyone tuned in for. Right. Okay, so let's have a bit of fun. I'm going to go over here. I don't think I'm going to actually have fun with this one, because I suspect it will wear the blade out a little bit too much. But here is, I think it's quartz crystal. I was excited for a minute. I thought it might have been labradorite, but I don't think it is. It's just because it got a bit shiny. Hang on, I'll wet it so you can see why I might have gotten a bit excited over that. Oh, the water delivery system. Yeah, there's a water delivery system now. So that's kind of shiny. I'm trying to figure out if it's dyed quartz or if it's another mineral. I think it's actually a genuine mineral. Over here you go. Not quite that far. How's that? There we go. Okay. So that's not an opal, in case anyone was confused. Having a look over here. At some point I'm going to have to cut this guy, and this guy is absolutely drop dead gorgeous. Genuine black opal. Can't get any blacker and can't get any brighter. Look at that. Little thing like that. That'll fetch hundreds. Could be bothered, of course. All right, let's go have a look and see. What we might do is we might try a mistake. If you saw the shorts earlier, I took delivery of some opal. I was quite surprised by what I saw. Because you assume that the people who do opals know what they're doing. I mean, that sounds so cruel. But there were some very, very simple mistakes that were made. And I was like, that is just bizarre. So at any rate, I did what I could with that. In the video anyway. I'm just trying to find it. Here we go. The other thing I've been doing is tampering, I suppose, is the best thing. Oh, and I'll show you, you might not know, I have a mascot. This happened during the summer. A little cicada came along. Not exactly a little cicada, a big one, really. Here she is. Say hello to everybody. Hello. Please don't cut me up. Yeah, I won't cut you up, don't worry. But why are you putting me near the thing? I'm already dead. Yeah, I know, but like, I don't know. No joke, this thing's called a grinder. I'm sure they have an app for that. Anyway, that's my mascot, and she just sits on the opal bench. I haven't had the heart to throw her away. Maybe I should bury her, give her a decent burial. What denomination do you think a cicada might be? Well, clearly they're seeing it's a grinder. They've got to be fairly liberal. All right, so let's have a look. I'm just getting something out. So basically, I keep the little, what I call drug packets for opals. And I sometimes put opals in them when I'm selling them in the rough. And sometimes I use them for other nefarious purposes. And the nefarious purpose today is to actually inundate a boulder opal with some kind of fixing agent, because this, it's broken. I'm not using that bag again. Not only that, but the fixing agent ain't finished yet. It's just super glue. What do you call it? Well, I can't remember. I was going to say endosulfan, definitely not. Yeah, so that's what it is for the time being. It's an cyanoacrylate. It's just a boulder which is completely encased in cyanoacrylate, and I'll have to cut that off. That'll happen later. I'm just putting that out in the air to dry, and probably should put it somewhere where it can dry. I've got a dozen more of these things. In a minute, I'm going to get this lapidary machine going. Let's have a look how these ones went. But I think I'm going to bother trying to preserve the packets. So I've got scissors around. That would be sensible. Here we go. This one. Oh. So much for preservation. I'll be able to just, hang on, I'll just try and cut that up. Note to self, don't do that again. No, that was interesting. Not. This little piece of pipe opal that's stuck to this Koroi nut, I think. Preservation process will take a little while, methinks, and that's okay. Not going to go overboard. Just going to leave it like that. Let's have a look in here, or even in here. I've got a third opal sitting here. Nah, this guy's looking alright. Cyanoacrylate, here I come. I think I'll just cut the edges off here and I'll use the sandpaper for the rest of it. And the winter is coming. For those people across the pond, or ponds, wherever you are. If you're in Ukraine, my daughter and I made a shirt for you. You saw that. Not trying to go all political, but some things are worth it. These ones are the last, but not least. One day I'm actually going to plan something. This show, if you can even call it that, is essentially a large group of contingencies cobbled together. The contingency we call the scissors has been employed. Now we know not to do certain things and my hands will stick together. Great, awesome. That's okay, we've got everything sorted. Let's leave that to dry. So that was good. Something just caught my eye. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. This is the fun that I was having last night. And I'll just give this one a bit of a zhoosh in the water. You can see what I'm talking about. I think it's time to hit the zoom button. Gonna do nasty. Oh, there we go. Tiny little offcut. It's a beautiful one. You may have to zoom out just a little bit, but if you've seen what I've been trying to do, just a little tiny touch. Ah, perfect. Just got to be really, really gentle. Like Jerry Seinfeld and his taps, if you've seen his comedy. All right. Because this is all about testing the equipment, I'm okay with all of this chaos, but you know, if this was a real show, well, we'd be up in arms, wouldn't we? I need an opal I don't care much about because I'm worried it's going to explode. These look okay. So ladies and gentlemen, let's watch the kickoff of the behemoth. The amazing, amazing behemoth machine that will cut and clean and do opals and your laundry and everything. So let's have a look and see how it goes. So much for a nothing gem. Look at this one. Just going to quickly give it a bit of a wash. Seems to have a little bit of green in there, which I think will go very nicely with my, I don't know, my decor. Anyone see where that offcut went? Not on the offcut chute. Gonna have to adjust it. That's all right. I've got another. Actually, I can fix that. I won't fix it now. I've just got another thing to do. The other thing that I'm testing with this thing, by the way, is the delivery of water. I think I'll crank this up a bit higher because I'm trying to essentially drain it. There we go. And kick that back a bit. Oh, right. At least the delivery system works of a fashion. Something's going on there. I don't mind. I think it's just a screw I have to tighten. Welcome, you're about to see the test of the machine. I accidentally got a really good opal out. Have a look at it. Quite nice. Ah, good, there's a bit I need to cut off. Let's see what happens. Hopefully the opal will fly harmlessly onto the white thing behind here and return to me, as opposed to flying to who knows where. Where did it go? I'll have to check the replay later. Yes, it worked. Woohoo! Okay, well, things are looking up for me. The other thing that I've got here is the fact that this water delivery system, I've got multiple redundancies in the bottles, and I've also set the siphon hose so that the first thing to fail will be this one. That means that I don't have to sit there and try and restart siphon pumps. Considering I got them from things I found out the front of people's yards, I don't want to suck on it. Okay, so we'll cut this off again. Okay, that missed the return chute, but it hit the fly screen at the back. So yes, it's starting to get to a system which actually does what I want it to do. I just love it when a plan comes together. I was just planning on just grabbing a nothing opal, one that I didn't really care that much about, and cutting a stone with it, see what happens. And look, it's just a beast. If the job's worth doing, it's worth doing well. If not, give it to Rimmer. No one's even there to groan at that one. Okay, I'm going to cut it off at the sand. Bit gung-ho here, what's going to happen? It's going to be stubborn, that's what it's going to do. But I don't want to be a part of it. Just get off there and demonstrate the opal machine. I don't want to. Oh gosh, never work with children, animals, and well, never work really. With a side note, guys, I actually cut that quartz crystal earlier. I completely blunted the blade. Wow, that is really blunt. There it goes. And where did it land? Okay, I need to add some room to the side. That's all. Not bad. Yeah, that'll do. Sandpaper can deal with the rest of that. Nice little cab. Let's see how it deals with other stones of stoniness. Actually, fellas, I think this stone is extra hard. Another opal that presents a dilemma. I would suggest that this opal is a 6 on the Moore scale, actually. So it's not representative of what I normally cut. Although I do recognise the material. I don't think it's iron band. Okay, I'm not giving up on those. I just want to find something a little bit softer because I don't want to destroy the machine first pass. Let me see. Do you want to see some risk? Should I even be cutting this? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a belemnite. What I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully take some of this crust off and then we'll decide what to do with it. Belemnite is actually an ancient fossilised creature, so there is a lot of controversy on whether we should even be putting anything to these. My feelings are bare minimum. Try and keep the skin looking like it's supposed to look. The moment you cut the skin, you actually reduce the information you get from it. But people don't care. So I think that having a pretty bell night that has lots of character is actually a good thing for the community of scientists and whatevers, because it means that people get an interest. They go, have you got a bell night? And the scientist goes, yes, I have one which is untouched by the mists of time. Or something like that. And then we make a movie, we involve Harrison Ford. You know, the usual thing. I wonder what the Bellum Night masquerades as during the Bellum Day. Da 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 da. Bum. Here on this channel all night. Okay, I'm going to very carefully take this bit off. The good news about this, if there is any good news, is that this Bellum Night has got no point. It's not like it's a nihilist Bellum Night. It's that usually they have a pointy tip. That's what makes them really special. This guy does not have said pointy tip, so he's of less interest to the paleontological community. But still, every time I do that, I bet you, like, a paleontologist dies inside a little bit. I just crossed the sacrilege Rubicon doing that. I accidentally went too far. So we know what we're doing with it now, at the very least. That little groove, which I'm destroying, is very important. Helps you identify the species of belemnite. If it don't got that groove, it's a one of three variety of belemnite. I don't know where their distribution will be. Which direction does time flow anyway? This is double the sacrilege because I know what I'm doing. I've got no excuses. Just so you know, I originally just wanted to clean off the muck and I went too far. Oh well, can't be helped. May as well do the best I can with whatever's left. Come on, do something far out. You don't want to know. Alright, gosh. Dr. Phil, Vandal. This had better look good at the end of it. I don't want to destroy a bell nut for nothing. For the time being, I'm keeping this groove that's going down the side. I mean, I've done too much to it as it stands, but you know. Still, it says that I'm trying to be a decent, hard-working, responsible... Give me other good words. What do you reckon? Not vandal. Not misanthrope either. I know what that means. I see all of that muck on the outside, the cracking and whatever else. It looks like muck and cracking because it is, but it's also probably because it got eaten by something. Not necessarily while it was alive either. Bell nut could have just floated to the bottom and then just got torn apart by scavengers. Ah, yes. My cousin went the same way. So here's the problem. That giant crack. Do I do something about it or not? Respect for Antiquities says nothing. Do nothing. I can't help myself. It's aesthetically unpleasing. Some of you might be asking, well, how can you grind away $1,000 worth of bell nut? Well, the answer, of course, is with a Dremel. Okay, found out too late that this dot in the middle is important. I've seen some belemnites with structures in the middle. I think that is a structure. Oh well, I'll just try and make it so you can see the structure. How about that? So if anyone asks, it was like that when I got here. Sorry, Stripe. Going to keep that crack because I don't think it's... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set... I think I've done as much as I dare with this guy. What I'll do is I'll actually move that to the sanding arena. That's all right. I've cleaned it up a bit. That's all I've done. Haven't, destroyed history or anything. All right. Put you down. Turn this off for a second. All right. Well, I think that's a successful test of the thing. I am absolutely exhausted. In Australia, it is nearly midnight, so I'm going to call it a night, I think. I am very happy to see that this whole set of equipment actually works. And now I'm going to go to bed. So have a nice evening, everybody, or have a nice morning, or whatever you're doing. Do it well. Dr. Phil out.